right, y'all. Here we go. Once again, Big Mike. Big Mike. That's right, man. Big Mike, man. The Mac is back, man. Along with, you know who, man. The illustrious one, man. Coming back at you, man. Fuchsius. Mr. Maceo. That's right, man. Hey, we got a treat for you fellas, man. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little reaction video. I don't necessarily know how Tony's going to react to this, but, when I seen it, I did see a little bit of it, and I was just like, hey, I got to slide this to my partner right quick, man. I really got to get his take on it and shit, man. So, oh, yeah, man, this is going to be a doozy. It's going to be a humdinger, man. You know what I mean? When you're out here and you're perusing the YouTube streets, you meet a lot of so-called life coaches and dating coaches, and for the most part, when I see them, whether they male or female, I look at a lot of them with a side eye. There's very few that I look at and I'm like, I'll give them a pass because I think they really trying to do the work of God, man. They're really trying to do something positive. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to really differentiate the two sometimes, man. And so at the end of this, I'm going to ask Tony. I'm going to ask him, is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? That's what I'm going to ask him. You know what I mean? So, Tony, you're ready, man, to dive on into this, man?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I've been waiting on this since Friday. I've been waiting on this since you said it.
Oh, my goodness, man. Okay. All right, fellas, man. Let me go ahead and cue it on up. Let me add to the stage. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this female, right? But, she's pretty easy on the eyes. Very easy on the eyes. And she ain't perfect. Got a little pudgy little gut there. You know what I mean? Yeah, she ain't scared to let it all hang out. I like it. Yeah, man. So check it, y'all. Let's see what she got to say on the subject. Our favorite subject, the Fair Exchange Program. Let's see what she's talking about, y'all.
Girl, I am back with another video. We ain't gonna waste no time. We gonna never waste no time here. We just gonna jump right into it. So I want to just be straight up with y'all. I'm gonna be like, ain't no chaser here. So just listen up. There is no real long-term benefit in paying for a woman, tricking with a woman.
Before we start, fair use, baby. All right.
I see a lot of y'all enjoy tricking. A lot of y'all like to trick. I had one person in my comment section say, we go to the DR with every intention to trick. So ain't nothing wrong with that. But let me get you together right quick. Understand, there's a dark side to tricking. There's a dark side to paying for her time. And just understand this. There is no real long-term benefit in paying for her time.
Allow me to interject. First and foremost, what do we always say? This is for entertainment purposes.
It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yes. Once again, these folks out here, whether they be the male dating coaches or the female dating coaches, they're getting their wires crossed. Now, maybe you might have some goobers or some gumps out there that are dumb enough to try and actually throw down some bread to try and find a wife. But no, that's not what it's for. It's to get your rocks off. You're not looking for nothing meaningful. You're not looking for any substance. You're just trying to get your rocks off. So right here, she is speaking from a erroneous and a fallacious position because she's talking to individuals who are OGs in the trick game. And no, we not looking for wives when we tricking. You want to elaborate, Tony?
I mean, like you said, you were right. Nobody's doing this shit to find a wife, a happily ever after. That's not what this is about. This is purely about hedonism, lust, and satisfaction. As my good brother C Boogie said, he said lust costs.
Right. Okay.
Lust costs. So I mean, I don't know where she got this idea. Well, I'm sure what she's probably seen some other people doing. So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, because the first time when I saw this, I was
Mm-hmm.
ready to fillet this broad,
Oh,
and I said, "Well, no, let me
oh,
slow
oh,
down and listen
okay.
to what she's saying."
Right.
And then when I heard what she was saying, I was like, "Okay, she's trying to give game, or she's attempting to give game to men, as it would be."
Right. Right. Right.
My thing is okay. I get that you're giving game to men, but again, the one thing I hate about these discussions is that no one tells the complete story. No
Okay.
one tells from A to B what's actually happening. So
Mm-hmm.
I just chalked it up to the fact that she had good intentions. Either she just didn't know what she was talking about, or she just looked at things from the position of rose-colored glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And so I left it at that. But I know, when a lot of this stuff she's saying, okay, this is a false premise. Nobody here, well, at least nobody here on this side of the street,
Right.
was tricking to try to find a wife.
Mm-hmm.
We made it purposely up front. We stated explicitly that this was for entertainment purposes only.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
And shout outs to her when she says there's a dark side to the tricking, which me and you have stated 1,000 times. You
Hmm.
so eloquently said you need to find a female that wants to get with you and find something in common with you other than your money. Otherwise, you'll end up beat, robbed, or killed. So
Hmm.
yeah, she's right
Yeah,
about that. There is some
yeah,
darkness
yeah.
involved in this. So we can't just automatically just come out and fillet her because she's accurate on that. Should I proceed?
Yeah, proceed. No
All right.
doubt.
And paying for her sex. None at all. All you're actually doing, being okay with this process, is putting yourself at risk. And God forbid that you have other partners that trust you, because you're also putting them at risk as well. You're exposing yourself to diseases. Let's
Oh my God, I gotta speak on this.
Oh yeah.
I gotta speak on this. Hey man, as long as I've been doing this, man, I ran across a whole lot of females, man, and me and you, we've never really made no distinction between the hood chick or the middle class chick or the educated chick or whatever, man. And that's for a reason. That's for a reason, man. The only time I've ever been burned by STD was that when I was in the military and I was in a square relationship. Well,
That's the
I was
irony of it, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you done?
Oh, no, I was going to say that's the irony of it, because
Okay.
the same thing that she's talking about in tricking, I've
Hmm.
seen more in square relationships
Right.
than I've seen in trick relationships. If you want to call them relationships, tricking
Yeah.
encounters.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen far more STDs,
Hmm.
in situations involving people that are supposed to be in regular relationships than I've
Hmm.
seen in anything else.
Yeah, man.
That kind of threw me off, because again, people are more permissive. What I've seen, and I'm not saying it's bad with monogamy. What I'm saying, I'm just noting the irony, is that
Hmm.
there's far more infidelity, and there's far more STI infections from my perspective in square relationships, in regular relationships, and in
Hmm.
some cases, I'm sure you remember the great STD debacle of what was it, 2012 or 2000, 2011,
With,
2012,
with me, boss chick, and Tina.
and the nigga from Maryland.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah.
you
Uh
know it's like,
huh.
because I mean, she was talking about Mike messing around with them dirty so and so's, and you need to get checked. Come to find out, you were the one that was good to go, and it was
Uh
her and him, and he was
huh.
married at the time. I don't know if he
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
is now,
Yeah. He
and
was
that,
married.
that would have meant that he gave that stuff to his wife. Either
Hmm.
he gave it to his wife or he got it from her.
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to call you the dirty trick.
Yeah. I was the one. I was supposed to be ground zero. and
Yeah,
boss chick, she the one that's supposed to be uh should I say above board as far as all the broads are concerned. Because if you was to look at her, you would swear that she was like a middle class educated chick. You know what I mean? But she was the one that was actually, man, she was the one that was hot. She was the one. It wasn't me. You know what I mean? So all this was revolving around some square business, some square relationships, man. This wasn't no pimp whole trick shit.
oh man, that's
Mm-hmm.
wild.
Yeah. So
I
again,
mean,
so
I'm sure that look on her face was priceless when you came
yeah.
out and they said, "Look, you straight."
Mm-hmm. She couldn't believe it. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like the only time I've ever been burnt when I was down in the military, and I called myself having a couple of girlfriends, and they both burned me, and they both burned the man. They woo. I'm trying to tell you, boy, I was hotter than a microwave oven, Jack. My stuff blew up. I was like, my God, man. And through the 12 years of me doing all of this philandering with these hood chicks, not a drip drop, nothing. I've been good to go, man. Good to go. Yeah. So, fellas, the lesson of this is no matter who you messing with, females, period, protect yourself. Yeah, you know what I mean. STIs or STDs is no respecter of persons. Whether it's on some fair exchange program or some square stuff. But yeah, you really need to look at the females with the side eye, man, on that square business, man. Because I'm trying to tell you, each time I see a dude that got got popped, man, it was because he had a girlfriend that was out there doing something she wasn't supposed to do. Yeah, man. So all right, shall we proceed?
Or he was out there doing something he wasn't supposed to
Oh,
do.
oh yeah, yeah. Vice versa. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. But yeah, you just can't put this on the ladies of the night, man, because typically, I mean, those are the ones that's really conscious about they you know what I mean, they equipment. Shoot, that's what I've been finding out. They always, looking for any sort of change in their chemistry, man.
Let's just get that clear. Understand this. You exposing yourself to diseases, and whoever else you're having sexual intercourse with that trust you, you are exposing them to diseases as well. And why are we exposing ourselves to diseases? I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when you pay for it, their relationship is transactional. It's not exclusive just to you, my friend. So understand this. Since
Neither is a square relationship. Neither is a square relationship. I hate to break it to you, fellas, man, but there's a lot of females out there. I mean, they the best at the creep game, man. They are the absolute best at the creep game, man. So you messing around, just like when I told you about that female when I was working at Walmart, man, the little Hispanic chick.
yeah,
Yeah, I told
yeah.
you about. Yeah, she was. I mean, she had to look, man, little Susie homemaker, nice and innocent and shy and always smiling. And man, I'm trying to tell you, boy, she tried to get with me, but like I said, I don't know what happened where I just wasn't really biting on what she was on, man. But when I didn't bite, I seen that she was taking some other dude out in the parking lot on our lunch breaks, and they was doing something in his truck. You know what I mean? And she was married, and I seen her husband come in on two or three different occasions. But I also seen her go out in that parking lot and kick it with this other dude, man, in his truck. I'm like, what? I'm like, ooh wee. You never think. You never would have thought, man. So, baby girl, with all this exclusivity, I butchered that really bad. Yeah, all these females out here claiming to be exclusive, in square relationships, I call cap, man. I ain't even buying it, man. Each time I met a female that told me she had a dude, man, you know what time it is, Tony. Almost every female that was on the Mac City roster had a dude, man.
Every one of them.
Yeah, man.
Every one of them.
Proceed.
Proceed.
As some of y'all say, this is what y'all like to do. This is not a situation that is just exclusive to only you. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. That same woman is dealing with whoever else is willing to pay. And he don't even have to be paying more than you. So this is not exclusive at all. So if that's what you like to do, you got to start looking at the situation for what it really is, because a lot of guys that like to trick get caught up in the fantasy and believing that the fantasy is some reality. So I'm going to help you not blur these lines. These girls should be viewed like items at an auction. These girls that only want you for your money and that are for sale, their time is for sale, should be viewed like items at an auction. They go to the highest bidder. Nothing is exclusive about them. I don't know why guys seem to think because she's bad and she's beautiful. If you got the money to pay, like y'all think that just because she bad and she beautiful that she exclusive. This is an exclusive experience. No, it is not. Whoever is willing to pay is going.
It ain't never an exclusive. Well, I can't say that. I can't throw all women under the bus. But I'm trying to tell you, it just amazes me, man. The stuff that I've seen and the stuff I've been through, and this whole concept of monogamy and exclusivity. I mean, on both sides, man, it's guilt on both sides, the men and the women. But the coldest, man, by far the coldest are the women, man.
Are the women, yeah, no question.
Yeah, by far the coldest, because I mean, you actually be thinking that they good girls, man. They so cold with the creep game. You be actually thinking that, oh, my girl wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that to me. Man, how many times, we done shared stories, man, of a female being on the phone with her dude, literally crying in tears, talking about, I can't believe you don't believe me. I can't believe you don't trust me. I can't believe. And she be, man,
butt naked.
I'm trying to tell you, man, she butt naked and she crying and she putting all the extras on it. And I can't believe, I'm like, man, you got the soul of Satan to do that. I'm like, wow, you don't feel no guilt about that?
No remorse.
None whatsoever, man. So I'm sitting here listening to Shorty right here, and she talking about this exclusivity game. I'm like, you got to have a really special woman, man, a good woman, because even my wife, Lynn, man, for the longest, I thought that she was exclusive for the longest, but the more I got deep into the game, and the more I started learning about the women's secrets and how they get down and how they gaslight and manipulate and how they can actually just how they can actually go years in the game like that, and how you thinking that they was innocent when they wasn't the whole time, man. You know what I mean? Just like with Nish for the longest, I actually thought Nish actually, well, I don't know. Let me put it to you this way. Like when I came up with my misfortune about my health, and then the broad basically low-key kicked me to the curb, right? And I'm thinking to myself, wow, really? I'm like, did she always have this sort of hate and contempt for me? Or did it just happen when she felt that there was no more juice to squeeze out this lemon? You know what I mean? And then I'm thinking about the time that we spent together and the time that was invested. And I'm like, wow, was she faking that whole time? Or did this just happen because you know how females are? They one day they cool, the next day they ain't. You know what I mean? One minute they love you, next day they hate you. So did she love me all this time? Then all of a sudden, just turn on the dime to hate me? You know what I mean? Just yeah, when you're dealing with females and you're dealing with female psychology, that's something you got to think about, man. But yeah, this exclusivity game, fellas, don't fall for that, man. And whether you tricking or whether you in a square relationship, you got to look at almost all these women with the side eye, man. Proceed.
Yep, proceed. Well, before you proceed,
Go ahead.
I would like to say this, man.
Mm-hmm.
It was only one time,
Mm-hmm.
one situation, with the exception of my present marriage right now.
Okay.
The exception of my present marriage. With the
Mm-hmm.
exception of every time I tried a square relationship, it
Okay.
was always some bullshit.
Okay.
Every single time I tried a square relationship, it was. You remember I told you about the chick I was messing with? Called me one day and told me to go get checked,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I went over there, and it's a name for whatever it is. It's a common thing, but it happens when women have been having multiple partners,
Right.
and I forget the name of it.
Gardinella.
Gardinella, that's what it is. Gardinella.
Because that's
And she
because
was,
that's what Lynette had.
yeah. He said Gardinella. And so I'm going in there. He said, there's nothing wrong with you. I got the Q-tip trip and the whole nine. When they
Mm-hmm.
swab.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, you good. I'm like, well, so how is that possible for me to be straight and for her to, he said, what that means is that she can have multiple partners and
Mm.
not everyone, it's a reaction to their fluids,
Okay.
to their body fluids.
Right.
Women that usually have a bunch of partners, women that usually have multiple partners, usually have that type of breakout with
Mm-hmm.
them. And he said it's not necessarily indicative. He says it doesn't mean that you have it. It just means they have multiple partners. And
Mm-hmm.
the people that they're messing with, there's a reaction
Right.
to them, to their fluids or what have you. And so when I came back and I said, well, I'm straight. She didn't want to talk about it no more.
Oh. Yeah.
When I came back and said, look, I'm good. She wanted to drop the subject. She didn't want to discuss it. She didn't want to talk about it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, she was banging two other dudes. We supposed to be in a relationship now.
Right.
We
Right.
supposed to be in a straight relationship. This is me when I've gone straight. What do we call it? The power trick detox. I had
Yeah.
gone through power trick detox. I was off, power tricking, and I was in this relationship with this chick. And come to find out, she was messing with Hustle Man.
Okay.
Hustle Man, I'm not gonna call his real name because some people
Right.
probably know his real name. He was the dude. He was a local MC here in Dayton and local street hustler. He used to sell these T-shirts. I ain't got it
Mm-hmm.
all over Dayton. He was popular for that, and I
Okay.
used to call him Hustle Man. She was banging me, Hustle Man, and another dude who she subsequently wound up marrying.
Okay.
And I found out about this after the fact with Hustle Man.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Hustle Man knew her. Come to find out that when we were supposed to be going out to dinner together, she suddenly got sick. Well, guess where she was when she got sick? She was with Hustle Man.
Okay.
He was beating the pubic hairs off her snatch.
Okay.
Then, when she wasn't with Hustle Man, she was with her present husband now. So she
Mm.
was going back and forth. And this woman she was a single mother. This woman was going back and forth between me, Hustle Man, and the husband that she's married to now.
Mm.
And they're going to question me about me having something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She's going to question me about infidelity. She's going to question me about having. So, and come to find out, she was bouncing and diddy bopping back and forth between us three, and God knows who else. And I'm like, okay, I had less trouble when I was tricking.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Ain't that
had
something?
less problems when I had my 75
Mm.
and I had a half a booty of weed, my little party favor, which was half a booty of weed, my 75, and a decent meal. I had less trouble
Mm-hmm.
when I was doing that than when I was trying to pursue a decent relationship. Like I said, with the exception of what I have now, every
Right.
time I tried to get into a decent relationship, every
Yeah,
time I got
man.
into
Mm-hmm.
it was always stuff with it, man. It was always a hitch to
Mm-hmm.
it. And so hearing this conversation, that's what like triggered me because I'm like, okay, this scenario doesn't fit our situation.
Right.
And I know damn sure it didn't fit my situation. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
fit my situation by a damn sight. So I knew what was happening. I'm just like, oh, she's having a conversation with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
She's talking about certain scenarios. And it goes back to what I was talking about when we were talking about dating coaches. You're talking about people whose situation does not apply to you.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot possibly relate to what you're dealing with out here in the dating market. But these are the main people trying to give you advice
Mm.
on how to get laid.
Mm. I
Yeah,
mean, it makes sense on his face
it
if
does.
if you meet somebody who is uh in the life or practices this lifestyle and she has many partners or multiple partners, the trick and so-called 304 relationship. Yeah, it
Mhm.
would make sense that they run a risk of burning you. But that's not my experience.
Exactly.
I've been burnt more in square relationships. Matter of fact, only in square relationships. I've never been burnt
Wow.
chasing a 304. Never. Yeah,
Uh,
crazy. And that Gardinella, I got hip to that when you told me this story way back. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because I was just like, I'll be goddamn. That's what Lynette had. She had that twice. And then when I was thinking about it, at that particular time, there was like some suspicious dudes hanging around, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like there was this one dude that was fixing our fence or whatever, and he was like a handyman. I guess he was more than handy in more than one area. I guess you know what I mean. And she
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, he coming by and he gonna fix the fence," and I was, hey man, look, you know how it is. You know when a man is doing dirt, he ain't really got time to be looking after his wife to see what kind of dirt she doing. So
Right.
I was in the streets doing what I do, and yeah, man, and that's the time her Gardinella popped up when this dude was hanging around fixing our fence. Some bitch, god damn it, yeah, and that's what I'm thinking to myself. And she had the nerve to be tripping and flipping out, man, when she seen me leaving and going places, and I'm like, the nerve, you doing all these theatrics, and you juggling multiple salamis yourself. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man, women they cold blooded with it, man. She sold me. She so, but to this day, I don't know for sure though. I don't know for sure, but like I said, there's the two times when she caught Gardinella, and it was two times where there was a mysterious dude hanging around. There was another dude who lived down the street when I moved to Jefferson Township, and he kept hanging around and he kept telling me how he loved church and he loved the Lord, and I'm like, oh hell no! I'm like, you definitely ain't allowed over here, because he was coming over and sitting down with her and just trying to
Yeah.
have praise and fellowship. Like
Yeah.
number one, my wife don't do that. She don't do that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you trying to come on slide up in here with that holiness, you done exposed yourself because she ain't on that. She don't do that. The only reason why she would even entertain that is there's something else going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm
Right.
like,
Right.
not Toma. I catch you over here again, I'm gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? He's like, "Nah, I ain't even on that, brother." I'm like, "Oh, I know you ain't. You ain't coming over here with that." And then mysteriously, Gardinella. Uh-huh. And like I said, but I didn't put that together till years down the road till I met you. And I was like, what? I was just like, so to this day, I think she done crept out on me twice. Yeah, I think she got me twice, and I was none the wiser, man. Women are cold blooded, Jack. They cold blooded, man. But once again, I ain't got no proof. But you know, it is
I
what it
do.
is.
I got proof.
Uh,
And he was saying all she had to do to clear it up was take a probiotic.
oh,
It's a
yep,
tablet or yogurt.
yep.
Have a cup of yogurt or a probiotic, and that would clear right up. And he
Mm,
was like, yeah, he said that's usually when a woman has multiple partners. She reacts differently to each part. I'm
hell
like, I'll
nah.
be damned. I never had this problem when I was tricking.
Mm, mm, mm.
Never.
Uh, uh, uh.
Hey,
Oh well, memories. Let's go.
Whoever can afford access to her is gonna get access to her, and that is dangerous. That's dangerous. You need to understand the danger in this. If a woman only values your money, that means for one, you cannot trust her.
Damn, Tony, she sound like you.
yeah,
If she only values your
you
money,
Say what?
can't trick with mercenaries.
Nah,
You
yeah, yeah. Outlaws and
can't trick with
mercenaries.
mercenaries. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't trick with
Uh-huh.
mercenaries. If they don't want to talk about them, but that's not somebody you trick with. You do sit down with someone who at least can have a decent
Oh, hey, you fading in and out.
conversation.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?